Hello, and welcome to my Twitch channel. It sounds like I'm starting like, whoa, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I didn't mean to fuck up the music there. It sounded like I was starting like a Kickstarter or something. That music time was perfect. I didn't even intentionally try to do that. But yeah, welcome. It's been a whole week since I've streamed, actually. And what a week it's been. 2 vacations in a row. Some would say excessive. I would say, I mean, yeah, kind of a little bit. But, turn it back up just a little bit. Oh, I can turn down my headphones too, huh? But, yeah, I had 2 vacations, basically in a row, less than a week from each other-ish. But yeah, I fucking needed it. I'll tell you that much for free. If you have the ability to, whether it's just taking like another day on the weekend or the Monday after and having like a long weekend and going like on a little road trip somewhere and just, camping overnight or something, it's worth it. I went down to a friend's place in Indiana, which is arguably not the best place to have a vacation. But I mean, I was there with a friend and we had a lot of fun. We went to a zoo. I have more pictures of that. I can show that if we absolutely want to. At some point, I don't have them set up right now, so it'd be a little tricky. But yeah, it was great. Pretty good zoo. Makes me want to go back to the zoo by me. Support it. Had some great food. Some good restaurants down there in the rough. Hope you're not offended if you live in Indiana, but it's not a very colorful state. I don't have the best state either. I'm not saying my state is amazing. Wisconsin's okay. It's fine. There's like Milwaukee. There's Green Bay, which is like a street. And then there's like 1,000 bars around it. And then Illinois is pretty cool. Just like the whole state basically condensed into one part. Anyway, we're gonna do something different today. Actually, that's what I want to say. Sorry, I got hiccups again. Always have hiccups on stream. I don't know why. Probably used to talk too much. Now I have to get used to it. But the idea for this stream is going to be emotes. That's right. I had to think of it for a second. Yeah, we're gonna do emotes today. I want to liven them up. I like the Will Sasso one. We're gonna stick with that one. I might change it to a. I don't think you do gifts emotes, can you? Maybe just on Discord. I'll do that then at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna do emotes today, and then if it goes by really quickly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transition to spaceship concept drawing, which is something I used to do, but because I don't 3D model anymore, really all that much, I guess I'll say. If I can stomach Blender, I know everybody uses it now. I know everybody loves it. Oh my god, it's free. It's so versatile, and there's so much in it. It's like I'm repulsed. I'm too used to 3D Studio Max. I'm sorry. I don't have a copy of it. If I did, I would happily do some 3D modeling streams. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fucking sit in my chair properly. There we go. If I had 3D Studio Max, I would do that. I do not have 3D Studio Max. It's $150 a month. Please donate generously. Just kidding. It is not a factor. But I will try digging into Blender at some point if it becomes something that would be fun. Like, obviously, it'd be fun for me to do, but it'd be an endeavor. It'd be something I would have to. I'd have to put a lot of time learning Blender again, because the only time that I really ever put time into playing around with Blender, which is, I think, 12 years ago, 14 years ago, and I mean, it's great that it survived all this time. But my God, dude. It was not intuitive to go from one to another. It's never intuitive to go from one 3D modeling software to another. So, yeah. Let me just dick around with the camera here for just a second because I want to see if I can do that. I have that bounce between different 3D engineering stuff. Yeah. AutoCAD, I think there's well, AutoCAD's the one that everybody knows from Autodesk. So, the guys who make 3D Studio Max. Configure video. That's what I wanted. Configure video, please. SolidWorks. That's right. Inventor. I did not know Inventor, but yes. Is it not gonna do the thing, or is it just gonna be a pain in the ass? Okay. Filter, I think is what I want, right? Configure. Why is it not loading? Whatever. Cancel. Okay. Configure. Oh, great. So, Autodesk, but OBS came out with an update today, and so did OBS Live or the Streamlabs, which is great when you get back into streaming, right? When you're just getting back into it, and you're like, hey man, why are there so many droid camp sources? Oh my god, what is this now? Oh, you still see me? Okay. What about this? Whoa, whoa. Okay, that one's okay. That's right. Configure crossbar. What the? All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to live it. I was gonna try and adjust the cameras because I have a brighter light. It's still not doing the thing over here. God damn it. Anyways, but yeah, I'm glad you can relate with all the 3D software out there. But yeah, Blender, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's the best thing since sliced bread was then sliced again and turned into delicious toast triangles. But I'm not that big fan of toast, so I'm gonna say maybe to doing 3D modeling on stream. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look up I know, double slice. So you slice it once, then you cook it again. So you cook it once, and then you cut it. And then you cook it again, and then you cut it again. Butter at any point. That doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, let's go to Doodle Day. That was the wrong button. Welcome. Welcome to my empty hell. I guess the text on the stream is going to be a little wonky. I guess I could change it right now. Just now. Where? Every time I get fucked up with this mouse. But yeah, I had a great time on my vacations. I highly recommend that everybody do 2 vacations in a row, roughly right after each other. You know, don't be shy. Shadow. There we go. That should look better. Let's take a look at the stream. It'll probably update, so when we see another text update, it should work just fine. So yeah, emotes. What do we want to do for emotes? I've been considering, because I think I lean a little too much into the snorkel aesthetic, so I don't want to just use my logo for everything. I think it's more important that I actually integrate myself into like things that I do. I don't know that I want to do just photos because I think it's tricky to get like smaller photos to actually present as an emote, unless it's just my face and it's like a close-up and I'm doing something stupid or something like existing. But no, things like the Will Sasso emote I think are good. I had one in my mind and I'm gonna kick myself because I forgot already what it was supposed to be for an emote. Oh, I'm sorry. So the artist that I was mentioning previously, I'll see if I can bring it up here in some way. Okay, just copy and paste the image. Pico from Instagram. Emote shrimp. So let's see here. I'm happy to advertise. Whoops. I'm happy to advertise. Pico, Reddit. Let's do shrimp. So I love their shrimp stuff. This is where I first fell in love with their stuff. Let's see, open link a new tab. Let's just see what that looks like. Perfect. Okay, so I'll copy this one. Copy image. I'll drop it in here. I'll open up Streamlabs again. There we go. Okay. Boom. I'm also in 4K, so that's why this is so tiny. But yeah. Look at this shit. Are you kidding me? It's every type of like aquarium shrimp here. It's awesome. It's so good. They even got the molt, you guys. The molt. When the shrimps are like shedding their skin and everything. Oh my god. Look at him. He's like, it's like you're cutting off your cuticle, but it's like it's its whole body. It's nuts. But yeah, I love this art style. It's so good. It's like it's everything I want it to be in like an art style that I actually generated for some of my assets for because I do sell fish when it's convenient. Otherwise, I sell them to stores. Like I just literally just drop them off at like a at a retailer. That's what I'm trying to say. But I made this one. It would be awesome. There it is. So that one is mine. The one that I made a while back. I still like it, but I think it looks a little too like it goes on. Everything is just like a not like a character. It's mostly just like a. I don't know how to describe it. I'm picky. I'm sorry. It's great. I like it. I still like it. But when you look at that versus like this, and you ask me which one do you think is better, I think theirs is a way better product. And it's kind of weird to say that, but I didn't realize this is a vampire shrimp slash what do you call it? I can't remember. I think this one's an Amano shrimp. I don't remember what this one is. These are different types of Nerocaridina or Caridina, I should say. I think these are supposed to be. This one might be a Neo or something. Like these might all be Neocaridina. Yeah, see that's the thing. I can't really do this character of mine in their style because it's just too like it's too similar, right? So the idea would be picking something else and doing it in their style. I don't know how I feel about it right now, but okay. So I had a pet cat, and I loved her very much, but she died of complications with jaw cancer. Take your pets to get their dental stuff checked out, kids. It's really important. I missed it, so I lost my cat about 2 years ago now, and I've thought about doing an emote, but I have to decide whether or not I'm ready to do that kind of thing yet, because it would be a lot of me looking at pictures of my cat, of ones that I took when she was being particularly cute, and it's gonna be rough. So maybe. But other than that, I was thinking about doing maybe like a Squirtle in their style. I think that would be really good. Just take like a Squirtle, like the idea, and kind of like go with that. Let me take a the website again. Where's my cursor? There it is. Boom. So, let's see here. And the other thing too is that like they put so much art or like just so much like character into their art too. So if you look up PI, you actually see it there in the bottom right over here on the bottom right underneath my picture. There's the artists themselves, and they have a ton of stuff. They have emotes for like different messengers and stuff. It's great. Oh, that's cute. There's like a I don't know what this is, but it's like it's just like a copyright stamp thing. It's like animated or something. Oh my god. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'll start with that. I will do a Squirtle in the style of Pico. Pico. I'll get rid of that for now. Keep that as reference. We'll keep a couple here for reference, right? So what we'll do is this isn't really gonna show up. It's probably going to be a little too illegible, so I think I'll just delete it for now. I will zoom out to make things easier on you guys so you can see it a bit better. Yeah, there. Okay. Chat looks good. Okay, great. I just need to bring up some reference here so I can see some more of their stuff up close. We'll do that one. Pika-O. Pokemon. Let's see if there's anything for that. I'm just outright copying some of the stuff. Okay, so this will be a good reference for like the overall look I'm looking for, but I'm not directly copying anything of theirs. Oh my god, they have. Oh my god. So this is great reference again, and I will not be copying their stuff, but oh my god, you guys, look at this shit. Can you funkin' believe it? Tab. This is of it. Look at that shit. Oh my. So good. Love it. But yeah. I'll be using that as a reference for sure. And there's another one that's like terrapins, like baby turtle like looking things. It's so super cute. But I think we'll use this one and the oddish. So the main thing I'm gonna have to try and find here is the brush style, which seems to be like a. It's weird because it looks like it's all in felt. But it is not felt. It is indeed digital pen. And I want to make it super huge so I can make it like not into print or anything like that, but I want to be able to use it for other stuff. So I often wonder how much you could make just setting up a website store and selling emotions. See, that's the thing too. There is work like I've been approached by people who make it their life, right? And they're very good at it. The thing is, you have to like so in terms of overlays and like what's the word I want to use? Streamer icons and stuff like logos. You have to make your workspace very quick. And like and the benefit of like an overlay is like making something generic with like a color highlight and then just editing that highlight, right? If you get into the weeds of like making animated overlays, Twitch alerts, things like that. Sorry, I'm probably killing the music here a little bit. Let's bump it up just a little bit so you guys can actually hear it. But yeah, that stuff's really involved. Having very moderate video editing experience. I can't really say that would be my strong suit. But it would be fun. I'm not gonna lie. It would be great fun to learn how to do it. Whoa, this brush is fucking enormous. Yeah, we're gonna start with emotes. We're gonna see how far that gets us. If I can't think of another one, I'm just gonna go ahead and pivot right into some spaceship concept drawing. That brush looks that big. That looks really good. See, it's still got that little nipple on it. I wonder if that's like an accuracy of the pen and not the. No, I think that's a pen thing. It's very consistent. You see that? That little. That looks good. Stop. If I do that, yeah. See that? That's the problem. It's that little like. Whatever that is, the pinch on it, if you will. It's wholly inappropriate again. Alright, let's make a new brush. What we're going to do is we're going to try and rename, or we're going to try to create a new one, and we're going to call it like the Pico brush. It's going to be tricky, because it's very unique. Let's see if we can start somewhere, like the Kyle Ultimate Charcoal. It's very thin, a lot thicker, if we can. Yeah, we're going to start with Squirtle, because he's my special boy. That's pretty good. What I might do is tweak this just a smidge. Drop the spacing down, maybe. Because it's not really going to matter. It's just going to be, like, I'm not looking to perfectly match Pico's style. What I'm really trying to do is make it reminiscent, but also have my own twist on it. It's going to be Squirtle. And I think they've only ever actually done Squirtle once. I'd rather have like an open mouth and like some stuff. I'm looking at a picture of it right now, actually, as I hypothesize like my immaculate character design. But I do want to get in the gradients of what they actually typically do, which is I think their strength, because a lot of this comes down to complementary gradient colors, very subtle ones, and that's one of the benefits of like HD is like having that like very subtle gradient and not having any dithering. Dithering is when you see, or I'm sorry, not needing dithering. Dithering is when it's like very spot. When you see like a mural made out of Legos or something like that, or a tile. Dithering is like the spreading out of different colors to make a softer transition, whereas the lines. Maybe drop it some touch. Okay. I'll see it. That's the thing. I have it down in my headset. I'll leave it right about there. I was paying attention to it. I don't know how far this goes up because different music's gonna be mastered at different levels. So that should be good though, just so that it's like in a background and it's not dull when I'm not talking, right? Okay, let's see how this looks now. Ooh, baby, that took some processing power, I think. So, um, I don't know exactly what was causing that to slow down, but yeah, just even spreading that out just a little bit more seems to help. Let's drop this to like 5. That's pretty good. I like this pen a lot. Wow, that looks really good. Okay, good. Thank you for being my audio assistant on this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this, and we're gonna where is it? Where do I save? Oh, there we go. Plus one code. Style Rouge. No, what's that? Grid tool settings. Yep. Good color. No. Rapid brush. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Groovy. All right. So we have to draw Squirtle, but first, let's do the Doodle Day brush, and we'll get a rough shape here. Luckily, I have a preset with black and purple, or black and blue already. I'm sorry. So what do we want to do? What we want to do is we want a happy Squirtle. It's going to be like a happy emote. So what I'm thinking, this is not. I also realize I need to condense a lot of my overlay stuff and stream elements because there's a lot of stuff that's just like in my. I'm looking at my settings. There's so much stuff that I can just make easier for myself. If I just put it in one. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sure that information is very useful for all of you. You should probably also have a picture of Squirtle up to make it a much more accurate idea of what I want to draw. The young Squirtle. Pokemon. All right, here we go. We got a lot of different options. We got classic Squirtle. We got 2010 Squirtle. We got buff figurine Squirtles. Not my thing. I'm sure it's somebody's. Yeah, I think we pretty much got the idea here. Okay. So my idea is he is slightly more, I don't want to say pear-shaped, like that. Okay. That's roughly what we want. Head is going to be like this, and he's going to have an arm out. Something like that. And another one kind of up like this, right? A rough shape. I'm trying to think if I want like his foot like this, and then he's kind of like jumping. And maybe his tail comes under like this. Something like that. Foot down here. Pretty sure his foot is like a triangle. No, it's like 3. I really want to get the idea across of, okay, Racer, you need way bigger. Brush size here. Better. That's better. So this is going to be a fun adventure into the design of something I usually take for granted, and that like I don't really think about when I come to like stream like bits, like the idea that like you have something to use on someone's individual channel, because that's the fun, right? You can go to somebody's channel and be like, oh, I love this emote, I'm gonna drop it on them like a bunch of times, right? And my good friend Manta Ray, also on Twitch, you should follow them. Mantarae. You can find them in my friends, I believe. If not, I will update that. Also on my Discord, if you join my Discord. hang out over there. But she's a big fan of the love emote, which is basically like a pink version of my logo with like heart eyes. It's pretty good too. I think it looks more like a skull than a heart though. But again, I'm harder on myself than anybody will ever be. It's a weird, like, Squirtle has a weird, like this. Not like that? Yeah. It's got like a 4 square in his chest. And this might not even show up. I'm doing this now, but like, the shell pattern might not even show up. And then, maybe I'll have one eye open. Maybe I'll be just both eyes closed. Not sure yet. This is the tricky part, right? Never doing this again. It has to be right the first time. Right? Maybe what I could do... so that's one idea, right? So we can do another one here. Another one would be... the Squirtle facing away. Got a tail like this. Right? And he's like looking over his shoulder. He's got those sunglasses on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, smirk. Yeah, like some respect, right? So his shoulders would be like this. Yup. It's in some way. It's tricky drawing like feet from the back, but I guess that pretty much does it. That pretty much sorts it out. So there's a shell, and then like, oh, hold up, pictures from Squirtle from behind. Despite, like, if you pick Squirtle as your starter, you're basically seeing the back of his head all the time. What the hell does Squirtle's shell look like? See it. Like this. Again, these are going to be heavily stylized too, so I could take some agency with how these are going to turn out. Some flat edges, just diamond on the back. Yeah, bottom flat. Okay, like this. Even more confusing. Who am I to discern? I criticize. Unintelligible mess there. Ignore this. Just love the shape. That. There we go. Oh, so one thing I discovered over the trip too. There is a rising star in the comedy world that I am absolutely enthralled to see. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like it, right? There's an arm there. What I gotta do is like draw like a finger thing or something like, or maybe he's giving like a thumbs up. There we go. Anyway, Joe Pera. If you don't know Joe Pera, I didn't know Joe Pera, but my God, dude, that took me by surprise. Like the first video you watch of him, you were like, is this guy like? Is he like faking this or whatever? And obviously he's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian, so there's probably a level of gravitas or something like that to his style. But that's like totally doing a disservice to Joe Pera because he is one of the like calmest and slow burnest kind of like funny people out there. So Joe Pera Talks to You is a fantastic series on Adult Swim. Graciously getting a third season. But if you're a fan of like the Upper Midwestern like slow talk style, and you're willing to hear like a dude talk about things that are totally irrelevant and like you just have to pay attention to him, and you're rewarded for it with like little snarky like or quirky jokes. It's good stuff. It takes a few episodes to really sink in the style, but they're like 20 minutes. And then as you continue to watch it, it just keeps getting better and better. Season 2 is better, but Season 1 is absolutely worth watching. And then there's all sorts of stuff he's done on YouTube too. It's great. But he talks like this, and he's from the Upper Peninsula of Wisconsin, in Michigan, actually. And I'm probably even overdoing his voice because, like, it's just so subtle in his thing. It's great. I'd recommend it. Highly recommend it. I'm not a fan of this pose. I think I'd like it to be a bit more... Maybe what I could do instead of this is like an up close on a Squirtle, and then like the glasses are coming down, or something like that. And then there's like a wink or something. An open eye. Oh god, no. No. Be able to see his smile though, so something like this. You know? He's got one of his little paw things up here. You know? Something like that. Yeah, oh, I should probably have my text messages up. When am I at work? It is covering some of the extra work. And it's not in that one, so we'll just have to forget it. Alright, good enough. So I like this idea better where he's kind of like coming up from the bottom and you see him like almost like coming up and winking at you. I like that idea. I think we can start with that one. Plus it's great because you get to see more of his like actual face rather than just like trying to work in a bunch of details. Might be good too to like rotate a little bit if I can. There we go. I like that idea so far. I'm looking at one of these plushies. I think I almost wanted when I was a kid, and like because they had to segment the face up of the Squirtle, like one of the eyes is like way higher and up on the face. Oh, the late '90s and early 2000s plushies. I'm so far. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to try and work into this? Because I think just like a wink emote for a Squirtle is a good start. He's got a mostly dark eye, but it's the iris thing, like it's a character to it. Getting that wink in will be crucial. The squint, whatever. The trick is too is his face isn't like perfectly flat on the edges, so it'd be something more along the lines of something more like more Charmander, something like this. Chin thing here, and shell, something like this, sticking out. Squirtle wings. There's an episode of Joe Pera talks to you. He talks to you about music, I think is the one of it. And oh my god. So he's like a sheltered Catholic dude. Don't let that put you off if you're more like liberal minded or whatever like that, because he's absolutely like one of the most agreeable people on the entire planet, regardless of what your beliefs are. But he finds out about the Who's, I forget what it's called, but it's Teenage Wasteland, the song that's not actually called Teenage Wasteland. But he finds out about it for the first time, and he loses his goddamn mind, and it's the most, like, childish, like, glee you'll ever see in an adult 30-year-old person. It's so funny. Oh my god, I just want to watch that show right now. It's that good. It's that good, Chad. I'm willing to give up my time with you to watch that show again. You can watch some of episode series 1 on Adult Swim's website. Graciously. Let's get a better idea here of what we're dealing with. Shape. So I think this is a good start. I think we'll do this one first. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. It's called like Bob or because it's not. Oh, I didn't even hit. You know what? I'm an absolute failure, chat. I'm supposed to throw up these notifications that I'm live. Like fucking. How long has it been now? 20 minutes? 40 minutes. And I did not do that, so here we go. We're gonna finally do that, so that people actually know that I'm streaming. Obviously, you get a notification if you're on Twitch and all that, but I should have done this sooner. So I'm gonna post this. Okay, get out of the way, and Twitter, boom, yay. Okay, so the Who Teenage Wasteland is actually called Baba O'Reilly. That's what it's called. And I had to know that because my brain would not shut up, so I apologize for that. But yes. Good times. And a great episode of a show, too. Okay. So I think we're going to go with this one, chat. It's going to be like 30 or 40 attempts to get this right. But it's going to be a fun process, so let's go ahead and pick our colors. So do we want to go with classic Squirtle, or do we want to go with new Squirtle, which is a bit more blue? I'm a bit of a fan of the, I don't know what image this is from, but it's like, I think it's Pokemon. So like, I like these colors, personally. The original one is like more green or whatever, which is like this, and this is what I grew up on, but I kind of hate it. It's not great. It's a very cute, like, it's like, pick me up. Is that CS? I don't think that's right. Or do you mean just like the Who in general? Or am I forgetting a part of the Teenage Wait, like part of that song? I don't remember. Music? Personally, not a fan. I'm just kidding. No, I'm terrible with music. I just know what I like by feel, rather than actually knowing the song's title, or like who the artist was, or who they recorded it with, or like the equipment that was very specific, blah 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 blah. I don't give a shit. If it sounds good and I like it, I like it. So fight me. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with the doodling. So let's see. We want that style brush. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sample this actual picture here. The trick is gonna be finding I guess like a gradient color for this. I also wonder now too if it might be a waste to actually use this style on something this small, because it is a bit more. Well, the thing too is that like it's their style for like full-size images, but you can still tell their style and see like characteristics, which I'm happy to imitate. Not steal. So, oh shit, I forgot there was original color scheme of my Squirtle that you have there is so nice. Color scheme of Squirtle. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Because I think they started using this one on the right. I think it was Pokemon... I want to say like X and Y, I think, or something. If not, it's like not Black and White. um, Emerald and Ruby, Sapphire. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna use different segments for each of this. So I'm gonna do sunglasses next. We're gonna have to move this guy out of the way for just a second. Important thing on this is that it's very straight lines. So we're gonna have to do this very carefully, like that. Oh, baby. Yes. Yes. No. Better. Better. Wait. Yeah, baby. All right. This looks really good. Just look like these lines. It looks so good. I like it. What I might do is actually use white on this, and then just once I fill this in, I'll just use white and like use streaks in that. But yeah, Squirtle. Every Gen 1 got a nice refresh on their like. Where the jams go? Jams? Where'd you go, Jams? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. How about we hit refresh? Oh, there it goes. Of course, it starts. My Wi-Fi killing itself or something? My God. Okay. We run distant. Come on, baby. You can do it. I think my Wi-Fi is taking a shit. Sorry. Am I still live? I am still live. Internet is steady. Well, we're gonna have to let it go. All right. I hope you're still there. We have had problems before, where chat just or Wi-Fi just decided to die on me, which was very nice. Why did that happen? But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this brush to do streaks. There's the music. I was a little afraid to start the stream earlier because of the updates for OBS. I updated, did some settings, and then I was like, oh man, it lost the stream settings update button or like page or whatever that you can use, which was very convenient from like going from game to game, because you could basically have no other thing open other than OBS, and you could update like, oh, I'm playing this game now, blah blah blah, publish, good to go. Now I have to actually go to at least another thing to do it, and I don't know what the fuck happened to that window, so we're kind of screwed.